What's up, Cardfighters? Chris here from Vanguard Central, bringing you an updated Yasuie Murakumo deck. Deck is pretty fun. The stands really trip up your opponent, and you can get a lot of attacks off and get a surprising amount of card advantage, so stay tuned.
Stand up! Vanguard!
So we're playing 4 Onifundo. 1 of them will be in our starter, 3 of them will be in the deck, obviously. And this is because the Yasuie play, where you copy Onifundo, is insane. You just get 2 free 10Ks into your hand using the soul that you don't use at all for the rest of the deck. So I really like that play. I think it's super good. So that's why we're just running the 4 Onifundo. We're also running 4 Yasuie. He's like the main boss unit of the deck, so definitely going to focus in on him. His GB2 lets you get a lot of advantage, turning those Murakumo Shadow Clone type effects into real cards. And, 2 copies on the start effect is really good because it'll activate a lot of your effects, give you a lot of multi-attacks and various things like that. We have 4 Hyaki Vogue Reverse. Reverse is a super good finisher. When they're at 5 damage, you give like all your cards, all your front row plus 10k. That's super huge. There's also Limit Break, and it can actually grab, like if you go first, you can grab a Stride Fodder by using his on-ride, so that's really sweet there. For the grade 2s, we have 4 Oboro Keeper. So I really like Oboro Keeper in this deck. He's going to search you out Stride Fodders. You can use him with Yasuie to get the grade 3 into your hand, and then just call these guys back out to deck, so that's really nice. Basically getting a free Stride Fodder while keeping field presence. We got 4 Rune Star. This is to get multi-attacks, build advantage, because Rune Star is different than all the other clones in this deck, where his copy will go back to hand. So if you use like 2, you can use him and then copy it to the other column, and then use it and copy behind Vanguard, and you can just add cards to your hand that way. So you're getting a lot of advantage that your opponent might not expect. And then lastly, for the grade 2s, we have 2 White Mane. I didn't run the other one that gets +2 and gains a skill to unflip because I only have 2 slots left. I wanted to play for grade 2 since we're running so many Onifundo. But this guy is good because he doesn't need any copies of himself. He just unflips no matter what. So that's a nice effect to have. For the grade 1s, we have 4 unflipping perfect guards. I wanted to try to run the old perfect guards to use with the new G Guardian, but I don't think it will be that relevant, so we're just sticking with the unflips. Make sure we got all like counterblast to spare. We got 4 Oboro Cart. This is really good for getting early game rushes in. Late game you can use it with Yasuie to actually get cards into your hand, but a very versatile card both early and late. So we got 4 of him. We got 4 Stride Fodders to keep it consistent. And lastly, for the triggers, it's a little crazy. We got 4 of the stands that go into soul and unflip. We got 4 of the G stand, which activates Homura Raider by itself, which is really nice, but mainly just gets you like a bunch of, builds your field out of nowhere just by using the stand, so that's really good. And then we have 4 draws to keep our advantage up, and 4 heals. So we're not running crits in this deck, which is a little crazy, but with all the effects that Murakumo can use to attack from back row, running the full stands doesn't seem to really hurt the deck at all. For the G zone, we have the 4 Murakumo G Guardians. There's a lot of other G Guardians that will work for the deck, but we're just going to use the Murakumo one because Dismal, you can just keep your front row clear, and Screw, you don't always have the cards extra in your hand to discard for that, so sometimes it's just going to be better to copy the one on your field. We have 3 Kagamijishi. And that's good to get just a crazy amount of attacks in on your opponent, because if you set your field up right, you can have each one of your guys attacking for like 11, which is super obnoxious because you'll get like 5 attacks in, and with the stand triggers you could get like 6, 7 attacks in really easy. So I really like him. We have 3 of the Hyaki Vogue Stride, and he'll be good when you're R on Hyaki Vogue. Gives things power, helps again with the stand triggers. And it's just pretty good to help set up the Hyaki Vogue turn as well. We have 2 Homura Raiders, kind of as a finisher because the deck runs so many stands, like crits aren't going to be that effective. Or Homura Raiders isn't as effective in a deck that's running crits because we don't have any. So mainly kind of a last push or hitting your opponent up to higher damage earlier. Like if you, people will be tempted to just no guard this early, so you can just get those free swings in, hit them up to higher damage, and really punish them later with the Kagemijishi and other multi attacks. And then lastly, we have 4 of the new Fighters Collection Stride. This card, I think, brings the deck up a little bit on the tier list. Maybe doesn't jump it a whole tier, but it's super good for the deck because it had issues before with control and kind of like issues with itself too, because you want to keep your field clear to do Murakumo shenanigans, and you can like bounce your whole field to keep him safe, but then Yasuie needs you to have field. So if you don't have that field, it kind of messes up with Yasuie, but he allows you to just call a card from your hand before Yasuie's effect will trigger, so you can use him, get anything onto the field, and then use Yasuie to clone it. So that's really, really nice. And it just kind of gets around their issues with control or not wanting to have a full field for whatever reason. So definitely MVP. And he helps the deck so much. Really covers its biggest weakness, in my opinion. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked our Yasuie deck profile. It's super fun deck to play. There's a lot of little tricky plays that you can do to build advantage and kind of mess your opponent up from doing what they want to do. Please leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think of the deck. Give us a thumbs up, helps out a lot, and subscribe for more content. Vanguard Central, out.